Hello, I'm Tom Booker, Senior Instructor. Thank you for joining me. This video tutorial is over shifting from a parallel position to the Jack Benny stance, which is one of our fundamental self-defense stances. Now, we're starting off in a parallel position. My feet side by side, my hands down by my sides. Pretty much a neutral position, the way I would stand if I were just talking to someone, face to face with them. Now, if this starts to turn into more of a self-defense situation, say I'm talking to somebody and they start to get threatening with me, they're using very aggressive, very threatening language, or maybe I just don't feel safe with them. Can't explain it, but I don't feel safe. Then standing this way, there are some problems from a self-defense perspective. The most vulnerable targets on my body are down my center line here. My eyes, my nose, my mouth, my throat, my solar plexus, so on down. So to protect those, what I'm going to do is just to shift a foot back behind me this way. Now I've turned side on. What I'm presenting to an opponent is the side of my arm, the side of my leg. Now these are much more robust structures. They're very difficult to damage. If I get punched on the arm, yeah, it's going to hurt, but my arm is still going to work okay. Now, my face and my head are still exposed, though I have moved them a few inches further back. This coming from here to here moves them away from my opponent a little bit. And from here, I'm going to bring my hand up against the side of my face, just like this. This positions my front arm here so that I can get it up very quickly to protect my face and head if I need to. And finally, my backhand comes here. It's tucked under my elbow. This just puts this hand in a position where I can use it readily and effectively if I need to. I can slap away, I can push away. I can do a palm heel strike if I absolutely must. If I drop it back behind me here, it's a long way away from the action. It's just not going to do me very much good. Now, I use this position when I'm dealing with somebody, again, I don't feel safe with. They've not done anything yet. They've not tried to push me or strike me or grab me. I don't feel safe. Maybe I'm dealing with a bully who is trying to see just how much they can get away with, how far can they push me. So we can get to this position in 3 movements. 1, the movement of my foot back behind me. 2, my front hand comes up against my cheek. 3, my back hand just comes to rest underneath my front elbow. All right, again, from this parallel stance. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Now let's try it all in one movement together. Doesn't have to be real fast. Casual and relaxed works just fine. Just like that. Once more, then we'll look at it from the side. Just like that. Now, all right, let's have a look at this from the side. We'll say that the person I'm dealing with is standing right there. And again, I don't feel safe with them. They're starting to get aggressive with me verbally. They're using very aggressive body language. Now, so I'm shifting a foot back here. I'm taking the targets away. I've got my feet a little bit spread out here, my knees bent. Be careful that you don't have your feet together. We'll come back to that. Here and here. All right, again. 1, that. All in one move. Again, it doesn't need to be very fast. Casual and relaxed. That's just fine for me for this. Once more. Here. Just like that. All right, now we're going to work on this with a partner. This will come in if I can have your assistance. All right. Now, we're standing here just like we're talking to each other. We're in pretty close to each other. He can reach out and touch me easily if he wants to. Now, what my partner is going to do, he's going to get into a Superman stance. Like that. Getting a bit threatening with me. So I'm going to move to here. Now notice I'm moving away a little bit. I'm not as close as I was. All right, let's try it again. Here. And notice how my feet are a little bit spread out, my knees are a little bit bent. Now let's say he does do something. Let's say he moves in and pushes me. I can move with that push without being put off balance. Now, that's actually real important. With everything we've been doing with our hands and arms, it's easy to miss out on what we're doing with our feet. Watch what happens if I bring my feet together. Like this. Now I'm really off balance. If this is a bully and he shoved me, I'm open for a follow-on attack. That's probably what the shove is all about. Now we'll try that again. Now my feet are apart. He's still able to push me. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. He's still able to move me. He can't put me off balance easily. Now, let's talk just a little bit more about this. It's a little more involved than it looks like at first. It may take a little practice to get comfortable with it. The basic idea here is I'm putting myself in a readily defensible position. If I'm dealing with somebody who's getting aggressive with me, I'm dealing with a bully who is deliberately trying to provoke a situation with me to see what they can get away with. Now, I can protect myself by doing this. I can get into a classic fighting guard. I can protect myself this way just fine. There is a problem with this, however. If I do this, it can send the signal, I want to fight you. Put 'em up. Let's see what you're made of. Come on. I don't want to get into fights with people I don't have to have. So something like this, while I can defend myself this way, it can escalate the situation in a way I don't want to have happen. So I don't necessarily want to do this. It can be provocative. Now, I could do something like this. Stay away, stay back. Now, that makes it very clear I don't have any aggressive intentions. But again, if I'm dealing with a bully who is trying to decide how far can I push this guy, is he going to enforce his boundaries or not? If I'm doing something like this, it can make me look afraid. And if I'm dealing with a bully, the bully thinks I'm afraid, they're going to go, hot dog. I get to do whatever I want to with this guy. This is going to be bully fun. So something like this can actually be provocative. It can escalate the situation again. I don't want to give a bully a go signal. So we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Instead, what we're doing is this. Now, in this position, I don't look like I want to get into a fight with somebody. I don't really look like I'm scared. In fact, this is very hard to read. It looks whatever I may be feeling, getting into this position will also help me calm down a little bit if I'm feeling a bit frightened or intimidated by that other person. It gives me a sense of control. And again, if I'm dealing with a bully, the bully may well be expecting this or this. I'm not expecting this. What the heck is that about? Why is he doing that? I don't understand that. I'm giving them a reaction they don't expect. That may be enough on its own to get them to back off. And if it's not enough, if this goes from being just verbally aggressive to being actively hostile, the bully does something like try to shove me or kick me or grab me, I can move from this Jack Benny stance to our wedge guard, our active self-defense position, very, very quickly indeed. I can go from here to here very fast if I have to. All right, that is the Jack Benny stance, working on that position, shifting back from just a parallel position. Thank you for joining me.